Claro, sí, yo le dije al oficial, le dije, prefiero que me deporte ahorita mismo, pero no me separe de mi hijo, no me quite a mi hijo. Y él me dijo, no señora, por las buenas o por las malas, su hijo se lo vamos a separar.
These parents have something in common. They've been released from detention on parole after being detained for illegally crossing the southern U.S. border. But they've also been separated from their children without a clear sense of when they'll be reunited. Mario is from Honduras. He was separated from his 10-year-old daughter.
Cuando llegamos acá, lo primero que nos dicen, nos separan y ella pues va a decir que soy un mentiroso, que yo la dejé sola y la verdad que es duro explicarle a un hijo.
They are parents of some of the more than 2,300 children who've been separated at the border since May.
So we're going to have strong, very strong borders, but we're going to keep the families together.
The Trump administration has backed off of splitting up families detained at the border, and a California judge's recent injunction ordered that separated families be reunited within 30 days. That's setting a deadline on a process that's already been disheartening for migrant parents who can't locate their kids. Some minors picked up by Border Patrol have ended up here at an HHS-run tent camp in Tornillo, Texas. It was set up as an overflow facility.
Children are in HHS care, again at 11,800, on average 57 days.
That's spokesman Mark Weber explaining that within that 2-month period, the department spends time verifying relationships before reuniting kids with their parents or a sponsor.
So there's a lot of safety precautions. We do not want to release a child too soon, too fast.
For the children, the 8.
One way the HHS verifies relationships is by collaborating with consulates from other countries, like Mexico. This is still
From Mexico.
uniform?
No, not anymore.
I was going to say, where's yours? Is yours? Marcos Bucio is the Consul General of Mexico in El Paso.
The HHS trabaja sola, solo nos pide información cuando requiere alguna colaboración. Ellos hacen la reunificación de las familias, ayudamos a darles actas de nacimiento, identificación, en caso de ser necesario.
But when working to reunite parents and children, there can be a disconnect between expectation.
While the children are in the care of HHS, the parents are calling the shots.
And reality.
Desde que me separaron no sé nada de mi hija, no he hablado, ni mi familia no sabe nada.
One of the concerns that we have is that a lot of our parents have a very difficult time understanding what's happening.
These parents were given a 1-800 number to call so that they could, at the very least, speak to their kids.
What we found is that 1-800 number is kind of like a central telephone. And so they took all of his information and they said to him, we are going to pass your information to the facility where your child is, and then a social worker from that facility will call you, and that could take up to 7 days. And that's not when they're going to give you back your child. That's when they're going to start.
Iris, who we heard from earlier, traveled from Honduras for 15 days. She was separated from her 6-year-old son when she made it to the U.S. border.
Pues que no sé ni qué decir, las personas que están pensando en venir que no lo hagan porque está muy difícil lo que nos han hecho, es una tortura para las madres, para los padres, es como una muerte lenta para nosotros, sin saber de nuestros hijos, sin saber quién los tiene, cómo los tiene, para dónde se los llevaron, ha sido una tortura.